Hey there, it's Brittany Chavers, and I'm back with a wonderful bead mix from Jesse James Beads. Today we're going to make a necklace using Parisian blue, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to use some 22 gauge German style wire in silver, and I'm going to make a focal that we'll build off of for the rest of the necklace. So I'm just going to cut a few inches. Then I'm going to take my pliers. I'm going to do a wire wrapped loop on one side. Just grab it right there, make a loop like that, and then I usually use my thumbnail or my fingernail to make a little bit of a crease in that loop to bend it back. And then I am just going to hold my loop and wrap my wire around a couple times here. There we go. We'll do 3. You can do as many as you want, and you can make it as messy as you want. So I'll snip my tail, and I'm going to pile on some beads from the Parisian blue bead mix today. These are the 3 I'm going to make our pendant or focal from. It's not going to really be a pendant, it's just going to be the focal center of the necklace. I'm going to put on these little beige or gray crystal rondelles, a metal spacer, and then I'm going to pile on all 3 of these briolets. And then I will go in reverse order. So we're going to put on another spacer and our crystal rondelle. So here is how our connector is going to look, and we can use this as a pendant like this, hang a tassel, hang another pendant underneath it, or we can use it sideways like this in the necklace as a connector, or somewhere else in the necklace as a connector. And I'm going to use it like this as the focal in the necklace. So I'm just going to go ahead and wire wrap this end. And then we'll go around 3 times, just like we did on the other side. And snip. And now we have a cute little pendant or focal or whatever you want to use. So we're going to build our necklace from that. I laid out some beads from the mix, and I'm also going to incorporate some beads from this really cute Earl Grey mix, and I think it has some really great coordinating beads that pull out the grays in the blues from the Parisian mix. I'm going to set these aside here, and the first thing that's calling out to me are these wonderful crystal balls. I love those, so we're going to put those right here to get some bling to go off of our briolets in the front. Got to start out sparkly. And then I'm going to put in a couple of these crystal matte and crystal beads throughout. I'm actually going to move that guy, put it right there. And I'm seeing a lot of these little crystal rondelles, and they're super cute, so I want to incorporate some of those. And I want to accentuate these large crystals that came in the Parisian mix with some really pretty crystal AB rondelle spacers. So I'm going to put those around the sides of those. I'll put these little tiny crystal rondelles around these other crystal rondelles that came from the Parisian mix. And then I'm going to slip in some of these little marguerite beads in between our larger glass beads. Okay, I think we have a really pretty sparkly mix here, and then I'm just going to string this, and we're going to finish up the back of the necklace with some chain reaction. I thought this looked really nice, has a nice smoky quality to bring both of the mixes together. And then we'll make a pair of earrings to match our fun and sparkly necklace. To string, I'm using some 19 strand Bead bead stringing wire, and I am going to start from the back, and then we'll come and crimp on to our main focal. I've grabbed a crimp bead. I'm going to string on my wire and then put that wire through the loop on my focal and bring it back through my crimp bead. You have a couple choices here. You can use a flat crimp, since this is a pretty lightweight necklace, or you can use a folded crimp. Today I'm going to do the folded crimp. So I'll slide that down just so we have a little bit of movement, that it's not too tight. We want to make sure that our two wires aren't crossing. We'll set that inside of our crimping pliers in the deepest valley. And then we'll go ahead and crimp. So it should look like that. I'll turn it 90 degrees and we'll fold again. And then I'll just walk it back up, crimping. I'm not pressing too hard. And then I'm going to feed my wire down through a couple beads just to make it look a little more cohesive. Sometimes when you cut the wire right at the crimp bead, it doesn't look very great. So I like putting it at least through one bead at least when you're doing it, if not two, if you can fit them through. And then I'll come through and trim that wire when I'm finished. I'm going to come up the other side and I'm going to attach this strand to my chain reaction. So open the chain reaction and be careful when you're opening chain reaction. The loop on the chain reaction is memory wire. It's memory wire hard, meaning if you use your regular cutters, it will damage them. So either use your memory wire cutters or you can just use them as work the beads off the split ring. So I'm just going to choose one end of my chain, grab a crimp bead, and then I'm going to come through my chain and then back through my crimp bead. And before I crimp here, I'm going to pull that second string back down through a couple of these beads, and that'll help me again have an easier transition into the necklace, but also give me some leverage while I'm trying to pull my wire. So we don't want this to be in a straight line, otherwise it will not lay well on our necklace and it'll look a little weird when it's draped on your neck. Okay, so we see it's kind of loosey-goosey, but we're making sure that there isn't a whole lot of space. So I'm going to actually make a trim right here because I don't want that to impede how well the necklace lays. Make sure just to cut the tail of the second wire. I'm going to pull that again. We're pretty good. There we go. And then I'll just do the same exact thing and crimp like I did on the other side. There we go. And then we'll trim, and I will repeat the same exact process when I string the other side of the necklace. All right, here is our sparkly, fun, easy necklace. And I don't even need to put a clasp on it because it fits over my head. However, if you want a clasp, that's totally fine. You could just snip the chain in the back halfway and attach one with two jump rings. But I love how sparkly this is, and this focal is just wonderful. So we're gonna make a pair of dangly earrings to go with the necklace, or they actually can probably be worn on their own. I have a jump ring. Actually, I have two jump rings. I have a head pin and an ear wire. We're going to use this teardrop, this pave crystal bead, which is awesome. So pretty, such a pretty blue. And then two of these bead caps. I'm also going to cut just a little length of our 22 gauge wire. With the wire, I'm going to make a wire wrapped loop, just like we did in the necklace. Trim that tail. And then I'm going to stack on a bead cap, our rondelle, our pave bead, and another bead. We're also going to need this cage bead from the mix as well. And I'm just going to do another wire wrapped loop here. So we made a little bit of a connector. It doesn't matter which way your loops are facing because there's really no front or back to this earring. There we go. We'll trim our wire and set that aside. Now I'm going to take my head pin and put it through my teardrop. And I'm going to do a wire wrapped loop on the top of that. And this wire is a little bit thicker gauge, a little bit more tough. So it just takes a little bit more elbow grease. Now I am actually going to use a second pair of pliers to pull this around because it's a little tougher on your fingers. There we go. And then I'll just snip the excess. Oh, make it a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to take a jump ring and I'm going to attach all 3 pieces together. So our little dangle will hang below our cage bead. We'll put it right there. Close that up. I'll find my second jump ring. And then I'll just find the exact opposite of where we hung the first jump ring on our cage bead and hook that in. And now I'm just going to open my bead, my ear wire, and slide that on. And we have a fast, fun, sparkly and dangly, really cute pair of earrings. I want to thank you so much for watching today. I had so much fun making both of these pieces, and I can't wait to see what you create with the Parisian blue color trends mix. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.